The National Shield final at the National Stadium, Murrayfield, between Garnock and Falkirk, both promoted this season from National League Division 2 to Division 1, and in their league matches it stands one apiece. There's absolutely nothing to choose between these two sides, but in the opening minute, a blistering run by Garnock scrum half Paul McCrory. Oh, coming off his left foot there into the tackle. What if he'd kept going into the corner? He might just have made it. Garnock keeping possession, driving into the danger zone. Loose pass there by McCrory, picked up by Kurt Jacobson. And oh, John Lyons inches from the line as he is tackled there by Matt Morrell. And desperate defence by Falkirk. Garnock still in possession, still threatening the line, and Falkirk's defence getting just a wee bit too desperate, and Ian Herd awards the penalty which Kurt Jacobson slotted over to give Garnock a 3-0 lead after only a couple of minutes. 5 minutes later, Falkirk turning the screw, and the ball held in the back row there, up to lock David McMillan. And Mark McKenzie looking for the long ball and finds it out there to Chris Harris. And Harris, oh, what a bonny run! And that certainly caught the Garnock defence in the wrong foot as the winger zoomed in for that try, which was too far out for the conversion, but took Falkirk into the lead. Paul McCrory out to his brother Gareth. Into midfield, and the Falkirk defence offending, and then offending Ian Herd by something they said, because advanced the penalty 10 metres, making it even easier for Kurt Jacobson to land his second penalty and take Garnock into a 1-point lead. The exchanges were pretty fiery and absolutely no quarter given a rasp by either side. And Falkirk trying to unpick the Garnock defence, but it was going to take something special, and that something special came from scrum half Keith Henderson. The Kiwi romping away all the way down the left-hand touchline, and oh, coming so close with that inside pass to putting Stuart McAllister in for the try. It set up the field position in the danger zone though, and the try wasn't long coming. Mark McKenzie feeding out to Roddy Denham. Bob Wiley was the man in support. Stuart McAllister having another dip at the Garnock defence and retaining possession. Mark McKenzie looking for somebody that would make that crucial breach in the Garnock defence, and it was the big man lurking out there, lock David McMillan, who crashed over for the try that took Falkirk into the lead at half-time by 10 points to 6.
Scottish Rugby Radio, Sky Channel 0195, every Monday at 9 p.m. Join Stuart Cameron and his guests for news, match reports and expert comment on the Scottish game. The website has daily news updates and 12 radio channels with extra material. ScottishRugbyRadio.com.
Oh, into the second half, and there was never ever going to be anything to choose between these two sides. Their league matches so close you could hardly slip a cigarette paper between them, and whoever was going to win this one, it was going to take something special. And on the wide spaces of Murrayfield, certainly it looked as though it might just be Garnock. Ross Miller setting up the ruck for Scrum half Paul McCrory to chip the ball forward for his brother Gareth to shoulder Keith Henderson out the way, go over for a try with a move that the McCrory twins have probably been practicing since they were about 6 months old. Well, that was the lead changing hands yet again. 11 points to 10 to Garnock, but Falkirk by no means out of it. Big run there by Garnock flanker Stuart Wilson, taken out by Bob Wiley, but Garnock retaining possession. Another super run by John Lyons, and that was a crunching tackle by fullback Cameron Drake for Falkirk. Gave away the penalty though, and this time it was Murray Pickin who slotted the penalty to stretch Garnock's lead to 14 points to 10. That was the first score that hadn't meant the lead changed hands. It stretched Garnock's lead a wee bit, but Falkirk now relying on the power of the big men up front, driving over the Garnock line. Referee Ian Herd having a good look, and then the arms raised, and Falkirk had claimed the try that took them back into the lead. Bob Wiley was the man who got the touch, but with the slimmest of margins going into injury time, Garnock looked as though they might pinch it. Paul McCrory away, and again a try-saving tackle by Falkirk fullback Cameron Drake. Well, that's the sort of tackle that fullbacks dream about. But Garnock still on the attack, still keeping the ball down there in the danger zone, and Falkirk doing everything they could to keep the Ayrshire out. And they turned over that one, and Stuart McAllister was a man who banged the ball into touch. Garnock supporters willing their team on. It was just about the last play. Everybody knew that, including scrum half Paul McCrory, scampering down the blind side. Lovely wee kick inside, and oh, the cruelest of bounces. And heartbreak for Garnock, because that was a match-winning break by McCrory. Oh, they know that that was probably the last chance. Falkirk banging the ball into touch from the penalty, knowing it was the final play of the game. The ball back to Mark McKenzie, slammed it into the Murrayfield stand, and jubilation for Falkirk, and absolute heartbreak for the men from Lochshore in what has been an absolutely magnificent final in the National Shield. The looks on the Garnock players' faces say it all, none more so than the old warrior himself, Andy King, desperately disappointed. But all credit to Falkirk, they held on. Bob Wiley lifted the trophy, and jubilation for the men from Sunnyside.
That was an outstanding game of rugby. It was so close between two sides that know each other well.
I mean, that's the thing, we knew exactly how the game was going to go. The previous two encounters in the league were exactly the same, nail biters all the way, and it was always going to be the case today.
And some terrific rugby played, and some old soldiers out there today.
Old soldiers, and to be fair, that's why the result's so special for us. We've got a front five especially, all their kids are here, all their sons and daughters, and that's what it's about today, is seeing their dads playing at Murrayfield. That's what it's about.
And terrific support for both sides, for Falkirk and for Garnock. Real atmosphere.
To be fair, most weeks are the same in this league. I'm a bit surprised years ago when playing at Stirling, when you would go down to Greenyards, there was sometimes it's one man a dog. When you come down, you play your Annans, your Garnocks, you're getting big crowds.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a happy Falkirk bus on the way home to Sunnyside tonight.
Yes, if we get back, we'll see.
Well done, congratulations again.
So Falkirk lift the National Shield after a final that displayed all the very best in Scottish rugby. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Murrayfield.